Yeah, and also like it's not just fighting for my kid, but don't forget in that same time I was fighting the NFL.
I know.
Right?
All of that.
I was
No, but
fighting
that's what
giants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So, a woman who alleges she was sexually assaulted by Puff Daddy has amended her lawsuit to include allegations that she was also assaulted by Jay-Z at the same party. The lawsuit was initially filed against Combs in October, but on Sunday the woman added Jay-Z as a defendant in the civil lawsuit. So Jay-Z is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Puff Daddy. In a statement addressed to CNN, Jay-Z called the allegations so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? The woman, who is identified as Jen Doe, says she was 13 years old at the time she was allegedly assaulted by Jay-Z and Puff Daddy at an after party following the Video Music Awards in 2000.
Yeah, and also like it's not just fighting for my kid, but don't forget in that same time I was fighting the NFL.
I know.
Right?
All of that.
I was
No, but
fighting
that's what
giants.
they that
Fucking
the
giants. I was fighting giants, and nobody fucking came to help me. And listen, at that time, Jay-Z, Rock Nation was supposed to negotiate that, but they wanted me to sign this thing, which was slavery. It was modern day slavery where NFL takes 100% of my earnings, and that is slavery. So you can say you're for Black Power, yet you're doing that, like how? How? If Malcolm X did say, if you sympathize with oppression, right, in anywhere, you sympathize with oppression everywhere, and you cannot be the oppressing force in one place and cry, be the very thing that cries about oppression, making $1 billion in the next. And the only justification to why he's more right than I am is because he says to people, he goes into boardrooms and says to people, which I will never say, is he says, it's important for me to be a billionaire, because Black people need to be billionaires. And why does specifically he, at that time, I've had this conversation with white money people when they go, it's important that Jay-Z becomes a billionaire. And I go, why? And they said, because he wants to open up a casino. He wants to open up this. He should have an alcoholic brand. He needs to have a casino. He needs to have this. And you're like, why the fuck does anybody need a casino? Like another fucking casino
money
in this world.
And it makes it very possible for people to launder money all day.
Yeah. So like why, even the fact that you want to become so powerful, then you're not saying because he needs to build schools for Black people in Black neighborhoods. It's because he wanted to build casinos for Black people.
For them to keep wasting their money and then for him to keep getting them overpriced merchandise. It's a rat trap.
Yeah.
All of it is. The sad part is that hip hop has now turned itself over to this greed machine and doesn't realize it's time to unplug. It's time to unplug.
Yeah, so in terms of bringing people to higher consciousness, and this is something that Black people very openly talk about, and it's about getting back to that, and going, okay, like this is where we're at, this is what's happening, you have to have people brave enough to do the thing and talk and bring up these conversations. And it's about trying to get through to as many souls as possible, because you gambling is not going to fix the soul. It's a cheap exterior fix. You gambling and winning $50,000 or $100,000 is an external fix, but it does not check in with your spirit. It's inside out every step of the way. And that is what it's about. And you know, and Kanye's had to go through this lesson because he made that $1 billion exactly on all those principles. Then he had to lose it, and that was his battle. You know, he had to lose it, show people he can lose it, you know, and show that he's not destroyed. But he had to pay that price.
Even when I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. So their argument of Maya's fucking insecure, that's why she needs to fucking massage her ego, fails. Fails, because you turn around and ask those motherfuckers, what women do you know who hasn't had plastic surgery around you? All of them have. I'm the only one who didn't, which already proves the fact it's not insecurity. Because if I was insecure, I would have done that 100 times over. Even when I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. And I didn't. Because it's okay. Guess what? I'm 50. And I'm totally fine with the fact I am, because, yeah, I fucking took off when I was 30. Because it took 10 more fucking years than any other motherfucker, because I was the first and I was the new and I was like making something interesting happen that wasn't fucking happening before.
I'm specifically in California, which is the 4th richest economy in the world, next to countries. I'm also in a town where the most expensive house in this town is owned by a black woman, which is Beyonce. So let's not ignore all of that. So let's get to it. She capitalized, the reason why she has the most expensive house in this in this town is because she capitalized on this level of ignorance without people like me clearing shit up. So this is also why I'm clearing this up. Okay? You look rough, sis. Yeah, because I just woke up. And to me, this is more important, and it's an opportunity to address this. Money and everything and accumulation and everybody's spirit has been feeding into this machine. And the machine has been paying out. Hence, you can have someone like Beyonce have a $200 million house because of the system, and it's been building, everyone's spirit's been going into it, everyone's like, yeah, this is what it is. And then that, if you're manifesting brokenness, you know, that itself had to go through some broken tunnel, it's manifested the ugliness. So a lot of people say, why is there loads of ugliness on this earth? Why is there so much turmoil? Because you have to think about how many people have been going through not getting this right, you know? And so, like, there's a lot of fucking broken tunnels where people are feeding information through it every day.